Welcome to the Icaran sector. Welcome to Solohammer. This is 1,500 points of Death Guard versus 1,000 Suns. So the new updated rules for the Death Guard came out for their new detachment, and I couldn't resist testing it out. And then I thought, well, why not make it more complicated? I just finished painting Magnus. Let's put the 1,000 Suns on the table as well. What could go wrong? Comment on the video below, and then let me know afterwards how close you got to how many things I forgot. So it's going to be a fun game today. Keep things simple. So we've got the table laid out. There are 6 objectives on the table. We're playing Dawn of War. One objective here, and then the one in the opponent's, or the 2 deployment zones. So the 1,000 Suns and the Death Guard are facing off against each other. It's Mortarion versus Magnus. There is something important here, and we have to find it. So you can do, instead of full go shooting, do an action on an objective, gain a victory point. Looking for that piece of information. Any objective, any round, and then an extra D3 points for Slay the Warlord, because the Warlords have to be the Primarchs. So yeah, you can forego you're doing stuff on objectives and start blasting away, and then maybe kill the Warlord and get 3 victory points, but your opponent has every turn churned away 2, 3, 4 points and just runs away with that. So it could be an interesting game. Not a lot to remember in terms of scoring points. Do an action, get a point, slay the Warlord, get D3 at the end of the game. And there's line of sight blocking, there's barriers to run up against, and hopefully we should meet in the middle, have a good scrap, and see what goes from there. Oh yes, last thing to note, house rules. There are 3. Units, models can end on objectives. We know where they are. Anything that has this unit can use a free CP, can be used on any stratagem, not just the battle tactics. And for example, if a unit is up here and a unit is down here and they're not in close combat range. However, if a unit is here and Magnus is here, he can poke his stick through the window, no problem, and they can fight back, obviously. Right, let's go look at the armies. So here we have 1,000 points of 1,000 Suns, led of course by Magnus. 1,000 Suns, the detachment. At the command phase I choose Malevolent Charge, psychic weapons get lethal hits, Psychic Maelstrom, psychic weapons get sustained hits, and Wrath of the Immaterium, psychic weapons get devastating wounds, and there's ways to turn some of the weapons into psychic weapons as well for CPs to do extra damage. And then the army rule, we get Cabal points, so this army generates a total of 13 until I start losing models. And then I can do things like reroll a save, move again, reuse a stratagem for 0 CP, and as we've already said, the house rule is you can use that on any stratagem. Do Doombolt extra psychic attack, or for 9 we can turn off an enemy's save, which could be very, very useful. Push something to their invul straight away, or just go straight through and kill. It's obviously led today by Magnus, and once a turn in the command phase, you can either subtract 1 from the damage, select an enemy unit within 24 inches and all of their ranged weapons get hazardous, or 1,000 Suns within 6, add 2 to the movement, so he can help shift or help do damage. We're led with an Exalted Sorcerer with a sword, and he has a Astral Blast psychic power. He gives the unit 4+ invul, and if I lose a model on a 1, it suffers mortal wounds, but on a 2 to 6, Oh no, 2 to 5, I put model back in. On a 6, I can put 2 destroy models back in, so he can start respawning theirs, guys. I then have the Infernal Master, and he has the Umbellific Crystal for a once per game jump, and he's going to run around with 10 rubrics with flamers, and they can do some flamey damage and maybe pop up somewhere else. And psychic weapons have sustained 1, and once per turn I can change the result of 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, 1 damage roll just to an unmodified 6, which is going to be pretty nice. And then there's the 3 rubrics, all with the icon, and the icon will then critical wounds will become AP2 rather than AP1. 2 equal Scarab Occult Terminators with there's too many rockets in that one, so that should be the Soul Reaper Cannon, and a rocket. And then sorry, we'll change that. We'll go look at the Death Guard. 1,500 points of Death Guard, led by Mortarion. He's the Warlord today, and he has, similar to Magnus, he has 3 options. There's probably only one that's worth taking, and that's reroll 1 to wound with a 6-inch aura. And also within the 6-inch aura of him, we can ignore any and all modifiers, so that can be fun. Other HQ, we've got a Chaos Lord with Plasma Pistol and Sword, the Biologist Putrefier, and they're leading a unit of Plague Marines with Power Fist, heavy plague weapon, Mace, Flail of Corruption, which is another heavy plague weapon, and then there is the Spewer and the Blight Launcher, and we have a shooty one with 2 plasma guns, 1 on the champion, and then the Blight Launcher. And of course, the special rule for most of these guys is that a lot of their weapons will, on a critical hit, will just auto wound, which is nice. There is the new rule, so I'm going to go for the -1 ballistic skill and weapon skill. So if you're in contagion range, you get -1 toughness, then you get -1 to your weapon skill and ballistic skill, which will help get rid of a lot of this stuff. And also we get sticky objectives as well, which is quite nice. Then we have the Lord of Contagion, and if he loses a wound when he's in the fight phase, closest enemy model on a 4-up, Luke takes a mortal wound. And on the charge, we can re-roll the hit rolls, and he's going to lead a bunch of Terminators, which will probably deep strike in. And they've got also got a Blight Launcher in there as well. 2 drones. Sorry, that's a foul blood spawn. He gives the unit fight first, and he can join a unit that's already got a character joined as well. The Mephitic Blight Hauler with a Missile Launcher and a Multi-Melter and all the goodness. Fetid Blood Drones with the 2 Spewers, so they've got decent movement of 10 inches, and then 2 of the Plague Blast Crawlers, both with the Entropy Cannons, which are now only strength 10, but the Mortar is going to be the most useful thing for these guys, and obviously Morty giving them reroll 1s to wound is going to be pretty tasty. Alright, let's go set up the board. Thousand Suns won the roll-off, picked this side. There's the big blob of 10 with the flamers on the objective. Terminators this side, rubrics this side. The rubrics with the Exalted Sorcerer there, and Magnus in the middle, ready to push forward onto a couple of objectives and see if we get in range. And also 1 unit of Terminators in reserve. We've got the 2 character unit here with the Blight Hauler to push forward onto that objective. We've got fast moving stuff to push forward here. Troops holding the home objective on this side. And Magnus ready to face off against Morty in a duel of the ages. Angry brothers fighting, as is always the case. And he's got the 2 entropy cannons either side of him. To try and see what damage we can do. And we've got the Terminators and the Lord of Contagion in reserve for these guys as well. So just one unit of Terminators, a little bit of flexibility for both. But we do have to watch out for the Umbralific Crystal, because Flamers dropping in is never going to be good. Right. So we'll use this dice for the T-Suns. So who will get turn 1? And because this is a fluffy game, whoever wins the roll-off can choose to go first or second. 1,000 Suns. I think maybe we take the strong initiative and go first. Push forward here. So we're just on the objective and we will do the action. Advance with the Terminators, advance with these guys. They are on the objective, but they can't take it because they advanced. And these guys will do the action on there. And Magnus has moved through here to get cover. Obviously the Crawler will get cover as well from the barricades and things. But we're going to put all of his shots down into the Crawler. Plague Burst Mortar even. Plague Burst Crawler. Yes! Which has a 2-up save. So we're going to spend 9 of our Cabal points to strip that of its save, and it will only go in on the invul. And we're going to go lethal hits for Psychic, because Magnus is going to shoot. So his first shot's coming through. Gaze of Magnus. Oh, this one's got devastating wounds. Oh, critical hits, never mind. 3d3, strength 9. So, and that is toughness 10. So 2, 4, 5. Hitting on 2s. That auto wounds. Wounding on 5s. Saving up on the 5-up invul. That saves. And then Zinchi's Firestorm, which is d6 plus 3. 1, 4. Hitting on 2s. And then strength 5. So wounding on 6s. 2 wounds. 5-up invul. Nope. So that is a total of 4 damage. Putting 12 wounds, putting it down to 8. That was not particularly brilliant for an opening salvo, considering we stripped it of its saves. This flat 3 damage for his Case of Magnus would have been more useful. Maybe we should have put some shots on Morty, but I wanted to get rid of these things. And that is very much the end of turn 1 for the 1,000 Suns. Push forward, 2 points, quick and simple. Let's see if the Death Guard can respond. Mythetic push forward, doing an action. These guys ran forward just to the edge of the building. We advanced him, he got 3, which would put it, so I've left it in cover. Mortarion and his 2 mortars are bunched up together. That one's taken that objective, we've taken that objective, so there's actually 3 points scored for the Death Guard this turn. Morty's weapons are all out of range, but he will make these guys, because he probably will be firing indirect against Mortarion, but we can ignore the modifier thanks to the big guy here. So we'll start with the first one, the one that got hit, and we will spend a CP on Ferric Blight, increase the AP by 1. Yes, so increase the AP by 1. So he's going to get cover, so we will ignore that. So he'll be saving things on a 3-up effectively. So the 2 entropy cannons hit, and strength 10, toughness of Morty 11. 5s. 1 wound, saving on a 3-up. He saves that. D6 plus 3 for the mortar. I think their mortar's got improved, right? D6 plus 3, so that's 6. Hitting on 3s. That one auto wounds. Strength 8. So 5s. Ooh, 4. At 3 up. So he takes 2 damage, which becomes 1 damage because he has the reduce incoming damage by 1. So he's down to 15 wounds. That. And the heavy stubber. Heavy slugger. 4 shots. These ones don't have lethal hits, right? No. So needing 6s. Nothing. So we'll repeat the other one apart from the 2 entropy cannons, because they can't see him. They will go into rubrics over there. Entropy cannons. Both miss. Mortar. 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerunning 1s to wound because of mortar. Yep. 5s. Saving on 3s. That's all good. Oh, and the stubber into the rubrics as well. Wounding on 3s. That's AP -1, so saving on 4s. Oh, one of them will take a single wound. You at the back there. And that is very much the end of the shooting phase, turn 1. As we go into turn 2 for the Thousand Suns, and it's 3 points to 2 in favour of the Death Guard. Thousand Suns getting aggressive, turn 2. Magnus has done his -1 damage again. He's pushed forward, try and shoot that thing, charge that thing. But although he's in contagion range now, so he is -1 weapon skill and ballistic skill. These guys move forward, took that objective. We've moved forward and taken the objective here, and we've taken our home one for 3 points. Terminators have moved out. We've got shots on there, but there's cover, and these Terminators drop down, and they give a 9-inch charge to there or a 9-inch charge to there. But maybe getting too close to Morty might not be a good idea, so we might go for that thing instead. But we shall see. So let's start with Magnus trying to finish off that thing. So we'll do his Gaze of Magnus again. So it's 3d3. And we've gone for lethal hits again. Oh, in the command phase, lethal hits. And he's -1 damage. 2, 4, 6. Hitting on 3s now. They all hit. No lethal hits. Ending on... was it 5s? Strength 9, yes. That is devastating wound. Yes. Oh. We should have paid the 9 Capal points. Yes, we will do that. Again, to strip away the wounds on the save on that thing. So he just doesn't have a save, so Morty can't affect that, right? So saving up the 5 of Invul. So that's 3, 6, 9. And he has 8 wounds left. Does he get... I'm sure he must get blowing up. D3, deadly minus D3. No, he doesn't blow up. But we do take down one of these guys. Make life easier. So we'll fire the second round of shots into the side of this one. And Terminators. So we have the rocket. Oh, we've got the psychic attack as well. 18 inches warp smite. Hellfire missile rack. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Strength 10, so no wounds. The Soul Reaper cannon. Is it still 6 shots? Yes. Misses a bunch of times. So it's strength 6 against toughness 10. Yeah, that does wound. AP -1, 3 up save. We're good there. The 4-ball guns. We are in half range, aren't we? Rapid fire. Fire 2, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 3. Hitting on 6s. Nothing. So 1 tank goes boom, 1 tank does nothing. So let's rinse and repeat on this one onto the fetid bloat drone. However, we will pay CP yes. So these guys will shoot into him, and the Inferno Combi Bolters will have the Psychic Keyword and Strength 5. So the bloat drone is toughness 9, so we're wounding on 3s now. Right, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 3s. 6s will auto wound. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then wound on 5s. Nothing. Saving on 3s because you're behind cover and ignore the -1. So take 2 damage, putting it down to 8 wounds. The missile rack. 2 shots. Then wounding on, what's the strength on that one? Strength 10, toughness 9, so 3s. Saving on AP -2, so saving on a 4 because of the cover. And that is flat 3 damage. Putting it down to 5. And then the Soul Reaper cannon. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Saving on 3 because of the cover. Ooh, no. So that's down to 4 wounds. And that is that. So these guys are actually, to the barrier, a 12-inch charge. So we might as well give it a try. No. Not far off though. I think these guys probably better go into the drone to finish it off. No. And then Magnus into the other drone. 5. Will that be enough? Yes, because they were within 6 inches of... So there, and then you'll consolidate in. Yes, because he's in contagion range. So Magnus gets to hit first, and he has where's a psychic weapon? So we've got the strike profile, strength 16. We'd be hitting on 2s though. 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 attacks. Very nurgly number of you. Very nurgly number. Hitting on 3s thanks to contagion. That one will go straight through. Wounding on 2s. Saving on the straight to 5 up invul. Oh, he saves 2 of them. And it's just a flat 3 damage, putting it down to 7. Yes. And then the fetid blow drone gets 3 attacks back with lethal hits, strength 6, so wounding on 5s, 3s, and that auto wounds. And it's AP -1, so 3 up saves. Yeah, Magnus is okay. That thing survives for now. That thing will need a test because it's below half strength. Leadership 6. Oh yeah, that's okay. So that can do things normally. Right, we'll go on to turn 2 for the Death Guard. So pushing around to answer Magnus, try and do some damage. He can fall back, shoot and charge, but he'll probably just fall back and spray. Morty's moved up so he can put shots directly into Magnus. He can put shots into Magnus. They're doing the action. They've moved forward to do the action. And the Terminators are dropped in to deal with these Terminators. And these two are tasked with dealing with those guys over there. Which is where we will start for now. So the Blight Hauler will put everything into these ones. So he has Melter. Hits. 1 wound. We'll save on the 5 up invul. And we'll straight up just smush one of them. They do have a 5 up invul, right? Yes. The rocket hits, wounds, doesn't save. We'll murder another one. The spurt is in range 12 inches. Oh yes, we're in range there. So that is 3 shots, strength 5 AP dash, okay. 3s, nothing. And then is it 2d6? Yep, 2d6 for the, oh, it's anti-immunity 2+. Brilliant! For 3 shots. Wounding on 2s. I guess we'll have to take it out of cover first. So 4s. So he takes a wound. That's not particularly brilliant, but it'll have to do. To the Terminator. We're at Terminators. We'll put everything in. No. Blight Launcher into Terminators. Bolters into these guys here. Alright, so there's 1 bolter. I was going to get 2 shots. 2. 3. Yeah. Hitting on 3s. I think 6s. 6s should also wound right. Let's double check. Play Combi Bolter, yes. 2 for 6, nice. And these are wound on 4s. Oh, 3s because they're in contagion range. Saving on 3s. No, they're all good. And the Blight Launcher into Terminators. Auto wounds at -1, so 3-up save. They're all good there as well. So we killed a couple of guys here, but not a lot else. Alright, let's deal with Magnus. Let's fire the 1 damage weapons in first. 2d6. That's 5, 8. Strength on that. Strength 6. So Magnus was his toughness 11. So 5s. So 2 3-ups. We chip another wound off him. Down to 14. The Plague Burst Crawler. Start with the Stubbers. No wounds. Entropy Cannons. 1 hit. Ooh, the Entropy Cannons have lethal hits. They do. Oh, straight through to 4-up invul, which he makes. D6 plus 3. Hitting on 3s. Oh. Wounding on... not that. Save me on the 3-up. But it's just, again, 1 more damage, because he halves incoming damage. Oh no, he doesn't half, he just reduces it by 1. It's a 2 damage weapon. Right, Mortarion, it is your turn. Oh yeah, so he's doing the reroll 1s to wound. Right, what wind? D6 plus 3. 3. He hits on 2s. Is that devastating? Lethal? Yes. Strength 7, so wounding on 5s. AP -2, 4-up invols. Oh, Mortarion takes 2 more damage, putting him down to 11. Sorry, Mortarion. Magnus. And then Silence. Oh, the Lantern, sorry. Silence is his weapon. Pistol, sustained hits D3. So he's got 1 shot. Hits on a 2. And it misses. First shot fired in anger. And he goes wide. I guess he doesn't really want to hurt his brother. He doesn't really care. He's... Alright. So... we better go charging in with Mortarion. So he goes 6. So let's push him just straight in. These need a 9-inch charge into Terminators, and we will spend a CP. Nope. The Blight Hauler can go in first. 6 is probably out. Alright, the Fetid Bloat Drone goes 6. Alright, he's okay. Because of the CP to interrupt, we better go with Mortarion first. He has 5 attacks. Strength 40. Ooh, wow. So 2s and 3s. Flat 4 damage though. He had 5 attacks. Yes, hitting on 2s. But 6s will go straight through, and he misses twice. Wounding on 3s. 4 a pinball. So Magnus will take 3 damage, reducing 1. So he is down to 8. Alright, I'm not paying to interrupt over here. 3 attacks. Wounding on 3s. Saving on a 4. Alright, we do take down 1 more. Then we'll consolidate in. Rubric Marines. So he's got 2 attacks, hitting on 4 because of contagion, wounding on not that. The force weapon, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. No 6s for auto wounding. Strength. So needing 5s. Nope, nothing. And then Magnus gets to swing back. Magnus the Red. He will do his strike. 7 attacks, hitting on 3s. Two of them are... Oh no, it's just devastating. Oh no! Because of the psychic thing, yes. And then 3s. And 4 endballs. Mortarion tanks them all. That fight will continue. They're going to need to take... Even take the check? Yes. Leadership 6. They're fine, if only just. We will go on to turn 3 for the rubrics. Deciding not to use the Umbellific Crystal yet, I'll keep that in my pocket for a bit longer. Still at the full Cabal point. These guys have stayed in combat, move forward here. We'll probably spend the strat on them to give their bolters lethal hits, because they were doing the lethal hit psychic things, give them psychic weapon strength 5. Still going to be wounding termies on 5s though, because they're toughness 6. But we'll see how that goes. They've tucked in there. Magnus has stayed in combat because big guns never tire. Although, he'll be hitting on 4s because his weapon skill, ballistic skill, is now 3. And then when he shoots, because he's in combat, it's -1 on the hit roll. So that's going to be, hopefully, save Magnus some use, which is what we'll do first. We'll shoot into Mortarion. Hitting on 3d3. 5. Hitting on 4s. Oh. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. And it's a d6 plus 3 for his... I think she's Firestorm. Yes. So 4 plus 3. Hitting on 4s. 1 devastating wound. A devastating critical hit. Strength 5 to 6s. 3 ups. Mortarion again takes no damage. Oh wait, was that one blast? No, neither of them are blast. Good. They're doing the action. They're doing the action, getting me 2 points again. And I forgot these fellas here. They advanced a mighty 2 inches to try and get back in the fight later. Alright, well, so we'll spend the CP here. And we'll put all of our shots into these guys. So, Death Guard have a cloud of flies? Yeah, cloud of flies for CP, so they are -1 to hit, so we'll be hitting on 4s. So we've got the Hellfire Missile Rack. 2 hits, 2 wounds, 4 up invul, both made. Scarabfield Terminators, the Soul Reaper Cannon. 1 wound, saving on a 3. That makes it. And then the bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 4s. Oh, 2 6s. That wasn't a 6. And then 5s. Just the 3 at -1. No, and they save all of those as well. The Death Guard proving to be disgusting and resilient. And the only thing left to do then is charge these guys. 6. That should put them in. Oh yes. So we can tuck up these guys, hopefully. Try and whittle them down. So there's 4 attacks for the force weapon. Hitting on 3s now, but 3s. Strength 6, so wounding on 4s. But he's a psychic weapon. So 1 auto goes through. And that is AP -1d3 damage. So, saving on 3s. All good. And then 4 Prospering Copishes, so they get 3 attacks each. 3, 4. They don't have the psychic keyword by any chance, do they? No. Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. Hitting on 3s. With no shenanigans. 3 wounds. 3 4-up saves. And one of them takes 2 damage, and they have 3 wounds apiece. Yes. So we will tuck in. So the Lord of Contagion can go. Oh, no. Mortarion goes first. Because then Magnus gets 3 attacks, and we don't want that. 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s, because that's what his aura does. 4-up invul. He takes another 3 damage. Putting him down to 5. Does Mortarion have, or does Magnus have a reduction? 1 to 6 wounds remaining. He's going to be hitting on 4s again. 4, 7 attacks. Now hitting on 4s. No lethal. Wounding on 3s. Does he have... Does have devastating wounds? So that'll go straight through. But he makes the other saves. 3 damage. Putting him... How many wounds does Mortarion have? 16. Putting him down to 13. Ooh, things are getting tight in there. And then the Terminators get to... Oh no, Rubrics get to fight back. 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Oh, that... No, that doesn't... That's not the thing, because it's 3 attacks. And... Nothing. So we'll do the Plague Probe back. And saving on 4s. One of them takes a wound. Just doing chipping damage now. Terminators. Lord of Contagion. Ooh, 5 attacks. Strength 8. What is toughness of... Toughness 5, okay. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. Oh. It doesn't save. For how much damage? Flat 3. So we take one of those away. The regular Terminators are not quite... Eubiotic Blades. 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of them there. Looking for 6s though. Just the 3 6s. Wounding on 4s. And then that will save on, is it AP -1 or AP -2? AP -2. 4 pinballs. One. Ooh, we managed to kill 2 more of them. That was rather effective by the Terminators there. There's the other one. So Thousand Suns in a little bit of trouble right about now, as we got into turn 3 for the Death Guard. Mortarion has a plan. He's taken a step back and let these 2 vehicles take the last 5 wounds off Magnus, hopefully, and then he can move on to juicier targets. We've kept that objective. Steady in combat here. He can fall back, shoot and charge, so that's what he's done. Because if we're going to remove those 2, then we only have to worry about this blob, which will definitely have to teleport. I'm going to spend 2 of my Cabal points for re-rolling a failed save in this phase, and I must do that again next phase. And yes, right. So let's start over here. 2d6 for spurt. That's 8. 6, 8. Wounding on 3s. Saving on 4s. Oh yeah, he single-handedly wipes out those 2 rubrics all by himself. Which is pretty good, I suppose. Right. Second spurt into him. Hoping also for big numbers. Oh, 11. 5, 10. Now these will wound on 5s. Re-rolling 1s because Morty's nearby. Didn't convert anything. Saving on that's fine. The entropy cannon will be hitting on that. Will wound on 4s now because of contagion. Nope. The stub gun. Oh. 3-up save. Yep. Yeah. Mortar. 6. And we should have spent we'll spend the CP for increasing AP, pushing straight to his invul. Oh. That one auto wounds, and of course he's reducing damage, and Morty's going to reroll 1 aura. 4-up invuls, and he just takes 1 more damage, putting him down to 4. That was not really what we wanted. Trying to shoot him without the -1. Good old Magnus. Is that the end of the shooting phase? Yes, because they've done that. They're in combat. So you are within 3 of that. So you'll go charging in. No. Stay on the objective. Stay on the objective. That's fine. So the Terminators will. Scarab Terminators will go first. 4 attacks. That auto wounds. That doesn't wound. That doesn't save. D3. Doesn't matter because there's 1 that was injured on 1 wound. And the Kopesh. And 2 wounds. And that will put another one down to a single wound. The Lord of Contagion. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. That one auto wounds. Lethal hits. Oh yes. 3s. 4-up invuls. Nope, he single-handedly wipes out those Terminators as well. No consolidation, because there's not an objective close enough, or even if it is, they'd be going backwards. And that, at the end of that, like, these guys will have to sacrifice the points, pick up, and fail saved on Magnus, yeah. Oh, Magnus goes back up to 5 wounds. Alright, we will go look at Turn 4. Forgetting Mortarion had to feel no pain, he actually failed all of them anyway. So we've stayed still here. These guys have popped up to flame Mortarion. These guys move forward here, and this side I guess belongs to the Death Guard. So we're only getting 1 point this turn for holding this one, but we are going to spend 7 of our Cabal points to Doombolt Mortarion, because he deserves it. And he gets on a 2-up, D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. For 5. Which he can shrug. So he takes 3 more wounds off him. Because grr. Putting him down to 10. Because he deserves it after all we've been through. So we will do all his Magnus' shots onto Mortarion, still hitting on 4s. So 5 again, hitting on 4s. Again, we'll stick with the same auto wounding. No wounds there. 4 up invul. Zinchi's Firestorm. 4 plus 3. 1 auto wounding. These ones needing 6s. And he's all good there. We'll spend a CP to turn these guys into their usual weapons, and they will shoot at the drone. So sorry, Buchanan. Wounds on 5s. Saves on that because there's cover in the way. The rockets. 2, 1 hit. Oh yes, they're definitely in contagion range. Doesn't wound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4s. And absolutely 0 6s. Zinch is not having it today. Strength 5, toughness 9. Yes, so 5s. And cover, so 3 up. Yes! The Death Guard are saving. Flamers into Mortarion. So there is the pistol flamer. They're all going to wound on 6s. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right, we'll come back. So a grand total of 35 flame shots come through, hitting Mortarion. Wound on 6s, but because of the icon of flame, it'll push him straight to his invul save. Yes. 6s! Yeah. 6. 6. Saving on 4-ups. And then a 5-up feel no pain. He takes a grand total of 2 wounds for all of that buckets of dice, putting him on to 8. Yes. So with that, it's onto the charge phase. So Mortarion will get charged by Magnus, and the blow drone will overwatch. Magnus gets, 6. That'll put him in. And the drone gets 2d6 for 9. And we got 5s. And Magnus saves both of those. These guys will try and charge the tank. 8. Oh yes. Let's tie up the tank. And Magnus will get 7 attacks. Hitting on 4s again, still. And just 2 auto wounds. Wounding on invul, and then 3 feel no pains. So Mortarion takes 2 more damage, putting him down to 6. So he's probably bracketed as well now. But he will be hitting on 3s. These guys into the tank. The sorcerer. And not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 6s. 1. 4 up save. No. 2 damage. Putting the tank down to 10 wound. The tank gets 3 attacks back. Hitting on 4s. 1 wound, 2 up save. Yes. Let's put that one there. Mortarion. Yeah, 1 to 6 wounds. So he gets 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s now. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Is it devastating wounds? No, that's just Magnus. 4 up invul. And they're fine. Again. That will carry on for into turn 5 maybe. Just chinking wounds off. Alright, we'll go on to turn 4. For the death guard. Turn 4, just push this way, try and flame onto that guy. He's peeking around the corner, but he's taken the objective. They've actioned on that objective. They've actioned on that objective for 3 points. Staying in combat this time, because last time it didn't work so well. So what we'll start with, this guy will put his stubbers into those guys, the entropy cannons into Magnus, and the up and over into the big blob of 10, because blast is a thing. Right, the stubbers hitting on 4s. No wounds. Entropy cannons hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s now. Saving on a 4 up invul. 4. Is it D6 plus... D6 plus 1? Yes, so that's just 2 damage. Let's CP that. for 6. Magnus will pay a CP for when a save is failed, reduce the damage to 0. Is that right? Destined by fate. Yes. Change the damage to attack to 0. That was unfortunate. And D6 plus 5. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. Saving on 4s. And that will just kill one of the little flamery ones. We will do spitting into the ones on the objective. For 5. Re-rolling 1s. What is the strength of that? Strength 8, oh. Oh no, it's anti-infantry 2 plus as well. No, strength 6, anti-infantry 2 plus. Okay, so they all wound. AP minus 1, so that will kill. Kill 1, kill another, and injure 1. Although, now we can start putting bonds back in there. Right, Mortarion. He has the pistol, which will hit on 3s because he's a bit injured, but it's a pistol. Hitting on 3s. No. And his rock wind is D6 plus 3. Hitting on 3s. Those 2 will go through. Wounding on strength 7, so wounding on 5s. Rerolling the 1s. Ooh. Saving on -2. Saving on 4 up. So it's 2 damage, each one becoming 1 damage. Oh no, each one's just 1 damage. So putting him down to 2 wounds remaining. Oh jeez. That fight's getting intense. Any charges this turn? Yes, we will charge into Magnus, because Magnus is probably one who goes straight for Morty. 5? Oh yes. So 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on... Yes, that'll do it. Oh. Putting him down to 1 wound remaining. And... Mortarion. Magnus, yes, we'll go against Mortarion. 2, 4, 6, 7 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. 4 invols. Then feel no pains. So he takes 4 wounds. Put him down to 2. So Mortarion will swing back with 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. That one also goes through, wounding on 3s. 4 up invols. So that is would be 8 damage down to 6 damage. Does he deadly demise? D6. No. So we're going to get D3 for slaying the warlord as Magnus falls to his brother. But yeah. Yes, so the Scarab Occults go next. Four from the Sorcerer, hitting on 4s. 1 wound, 3 up save. 1, 2, 4. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 6s. Saving on 4 up. And that's good. 3 4 attacks back. And saving on a 2 up. Yes. So that fight continues as we go into turn 5 for the Thousand Suns, and they get only 5 Cabal to play with now that Magnus is gone. These guys move forward just so everything has shots on Mortarion. This is revenge now. We've gained a single point for holding that one, and yeah, we will. Let's see. So there's less models in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Is there? No, that can't be right. 3. Oh, no, we lost some from over there, didn't we? Yeah. So 9 left in this squad, and we get fairly decent. Right, we will come back and after counting up. 36 hits on Mortarion, looking for 6s. Oh, that one came through. All at AP -2 because of the icon. Saving on 4s. And then 5 up, feel no pains. And does he deadly demise? No. So, revenge is had. As no charges to make, because that would be suicide. Oh, we do have the fight here. So he gets 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, 1 wound, saving on a 2, 4 attacks on the Sorcerer, hitting on 4s, toughness 10s, only on 5s. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so swords. Hitting on 4s. And then 6s. Nothing. That continues. So we will go on to last turn, turn 5. For the Death Guard. So these guys have moved back to take this objective and done the action. They've done the action. They've done the action. Stayed in combat there. And these two, not done the action on this one because I want to flame the Flamers and get some revenge. And he can take shots back because that's the character for the unit, so he can always see them. So we'll do the Flamers all together because now there's no rerolls or anything. So that's 12. 14. Anti-infantry 2+. saving on 4s. 1, 2, there. We kill 3 and put a wound on 1. 1, 2, 3. Well, it doesn't matter now. And then the rocket and the melter. 1 times 2. 4, 5 up invul. For 2 damage, killing 1. Rocket. Hits. Wounds. And saves. Alright, so we just kill. Oh, there was one that was injured. And then the entropy cannons into the, and the stubbers into the terminators, and the up and over into those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. So D6 plus 4. 4s. And then 2s. And then saving on 4. Well, that's 2 more dead. Yeah, take a good chunk out of them. 2 entropy cannons into the terminators. Oh, auto wounds. 4 up invuls. The stubbers. 4s. Nothing. And then fight phase. And nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4s. And we'll do on 6s. Nothing. 3 attacks back. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Hey, we finally do a wound to a Terminator. Put him down to 2 wounds. With that, let's go add up the final scores. That game I quite enjoyed. It was nice having something, just focus on one aspect of the mission, kill your enemy, and take the objectives. And you maybe have to think, because like those guys didn't move, those guys might have been useful, but these guys, did they drop in the right place? But anyway, we slayed the warlord. So Magnus gives the Death Guard 1 point, and Mortarion gives 1 point. And grand total, the final scores, 10 points to the Thousand Suns and 14 points to the Death Guard. Death Guard, I didn't think they would do as well as they did, but they just kept making saves this game. I lost 1 tank, and they lost a bunch of Terminators, some Rubrics. Oh, well, we lost the 2 big guys as well. I'm quite liking both armies, actually. Death Guard are stubborn as all get out. It's like, yeah, you know, you just injured Magnus hitting on 4s rather than an injured Mortarion hitting on 3s. That's a big change, big difference. Well, that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly did. I think I missed stratagems across the board, but that's okay. Did give me an idea. Maybe a game with 0 stratagems. That could be an interesting, see how that turns out. It's all just on the dice and the movement and the target priority. We'll give that a go one day. But that being said, please do like, subscribe, follow along. We're above 300 subscribers now. Thank you so much, everyone that's subscribed, who comments, who likes. It's really appreciated. We're trying to make a push to 500, and then we can unlock some stuff with YouTube, I think, and then the push to 1,000 to unlock the rest of the stuff with YouTube. So if you want to join us on that journey, please follow along. If not, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.